welcome back to my channel. It is Friday, March 31st, the last day of March. And like I told you guys with my March budget, it is kind of like a wash because of life and all that fun stuff. So I have finished. I kind of in the middle of the month gave you a sneak peek at what I was going to do with April, but I think I'm finished and we're going to see. Now, a lot of this depends. I still don't have my taxes yet, and I still don't have a car, but we're going to roll with it. At least I'm going to try. At least I know what I'm aiming for going in months ahead. And I really like this setup. It's a little intricate. I kind of stole a little bit from all over different budgeters and the way they do it and stuff. So, and then to what I liked. So, not really stole. I borrowed their ideas off of YouTube, I should say, because they were good ideas. So anyway, this is just me, what bills I have to pay. I don't have any debt per se. So there's that. And like I told you all before, here's my April paycheck budgets, like each paycheck, what I want to pay. And I'm working on paying off like the bill when it's due. And then if you can see, like, then I'll start saving for rent again after I pay it here, saving for rent again. See what I mean? So, do I not have rent written down here? Oh, I do. It's down here. Okay. And then, you know, making everything so I pay a little bit to everything each month. I went over that in my middle of the March, like starting with April budget. And then I'm writing down the expenses I have. This is going to be like my monthly ledger, not weekly ledger, monthly ledger. My expenses that come out of my bank. I do put court up here. I ran out of highlighters up at the top, so anything I do for court, I'm just going to write in a red pen because I hate court and red seems just so ugh. So when you're writing down dealing with money. So everything else I'm going to highlight in these colors. So I did the expenses for the bank. I did a front and back side. I did expenses in cash because I'm going to start pulling everything out in cash, and the same thing for what I use for cash going forward. Then I've got my cash envelopes that I'm going to be using this month, and how I have them set up, and I'm a dummy and I didn't unzip this beforehand, so I do apologize. And excuse me, my tripod I'm not really good with, like, getting it to look at my stuff upside down, so I am holding it, so I'm sorry. But okay, so these are the envelopes that I carry in my wallet all the time, and they're always there. So, and you all know I do get food stamps or EBT or whatever. So, but you only get so much. It doesn't cover everything you need. So I'm budgeting myself $30 extra weekly, you know, for the fresh produce, bread, milk, whatever. So I'm gonna do that. So that's here. My pets love to eat food. They really do, and so that's them, and that's Neo knocking on the door wanting to come in. Then my household, which is, I'm talking like toilet paper, and if I need any cleaner or anything, shampoo, conditioner, that stuff. There's a lot of us. I do buy cheap shampoo that needs to stop, but whatever. And then this envelope I was going to use for beauty and fun moving forward, or beauty. I need more of these. I really do, but, you know, that's all right. For now, I can do beauty and fun and separate, you know, what the money's for. This envelope I'm using for going to court. And this was going to be the fun envelope. And then I had to think, oh my God, I'm going to need court money. Like I've discussed, I don't know if I can take food in. I don't know if I have a car, if I have to pay for parking. Well, I know I have to pay for parking if I take a car. So I want to, the way I looked at it was like this. I went the most expensive route. $8 a day for parking, $6 each for a meal in the cafeteria if we have to. I'm going to still try to take the food, but if we have to. So that is what it came out to, like $25. Yeah, so I just rounded it up to 150 just to make sure I had enough money if needed for whatever. If I don't need it, I'll move it, but that's just, I want to keep 150 in there just because. So that's what I'm going to do with that. And then I'm just going to track it for each paycheck. If I already still have the And this is how I'm going to do it, at least to stop the video on my phone. All right, this is how I'm going to do it, at least for April. I am going to do groceries, you know, projected, actual, spent, saved. I am going to try to not spend all this money. I'm not going to skimp on the pet food. If they need it, they need it. They're going to get the brand that they get. I apologize. Neo keeps scratching on the door. Household, you know, if I need it. Court, if I need it. By the end of the month, I'm going to take the saved money out and I'm going to put it in an envelope. Let Neo in, so, because the scratching was driving me absolutely bananas. But, so basically I'm going to take the saved each week. I have 6 of these. I'm not keeping them in here now, but these like little zipper pouches, I'm going to put those at the back of this budget planner. You know, they're just the plastic ones that go in here. Put them in the back if I have saved money from that category, and then I'm going to see what I'm going to do with it. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm all over the place here. I might roll it over. I might put it into savings. I might put it into a larger sinking fund. I might just do that. So it depends what I might do. But that's my plan anyway. And then, but at the end of the month, there's going to be nothing left. You know, I'm going to move it, do something with it, and I'll show you when that time comes. So that's that. I have my major sinking funds. Now this, I'm going to try to put money in it in April. If I get my tax refund, that's going to be a lifesaver, because then I'll get a car. And then, like I told you guys, I'm going to get some sort of second income. But for now, this is the money that I want to save. I want to do $250 for Easter. And let me explain before anybody jumps through. That Easter is for dinner. That Easter is for baskets for 8 people. Dinner for 9 people, because that includes me. I'm not making myself an Easter basket. That's just silly. So, 8 people. I have got my 7 children and my almost daughter-in-law going to be here. So, most people have 1 or 2, maybe 3 children, and they go to a grandparent's house for dinner. So it doesn't seem that expensive. I have to do dinner and baskets, and I do it every year. My 25-year-old already put up a Facebook meme basically saying, I don't care if I'm 25, I still want my basket anyway. So, yeah. So that's that. Mother's Day, I put in $25, and that is because we've all decided as a family we just want to go to the beach for the day. That's to make sure we have gas. That's to make sure I have food and stuff I can stock the cooler. Again, not needed. I can move it. So that was just, this is all just a quick guess. Memorial Day, same thing. The kids want to go to the beach, so we're going to do the beach. July 4th, there's not a festival here. Kind of like you can go, you can do the parade, you can do the beach. They have food trucks. I have not taken the kids in so many years, so I'm going to attempt. Not promising, don't know. These are all possibles. So, holiday food. This is Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. I have $500 for 9 people. Okay? So, it seems like a lot, but it's for 9 people. That's like the turkey, the stuffing, the mashed potatoes, you know, whatever you do, the everything. It's any type of food you would do. Cookie stuff, all of it. That's what it's for. Christmas, okay, now y'all are going to flip. I put $2,000. I'm waiting for the comments. Again, we're going to go with 8 people. I don't buy myself anything, but if I do $200 per person, and they're all teenagers and clothes and things that they need, want, whatever, that still comes up to $1,800. I rounded it up to $2,000. If I don't make that, I don't make that. That is just what I'm going to try to do. That's going to make me hustle on some side hustles. So we're going to roll with it and see what I get by the end. If I don't hit it, life is not over. I also have $1,500 for a wedding fund, and I've got $750 for a hurricane fund. Now, I'm saving 10% off the top. I don't care about it in April. I'm doing it no matter what I make, unless, you know, something's going to get disconnected or something. But I've got $750 for hurricane. So that 10% that I save off of the top is going to go straight to that hurricane fund, because you can, you know, that's where it's going. If I don't use it, I don't use it. Then that hurricane fund can sit in the safe until next year. Yeah, I don't even need to touch it. Then after that, my 10% off of the top of anything I make is going to go to my wedding fund for my son. So, and that means, you know, I have to get 7 of us clothing. We have to have girls, you know, need to get, it's just, we have to, and we also have to stay in Orlando for 3 days. I have to pay somebody to watch my dog. So it's an expense. Again, if it's too much, then it's too much. I'm going to be very frugal about it, but I want the money to be there. So that's what that is. And what I can save for it is what I can save for it. If I can't, I can't. And then final at the end, and God, I feel like this is shaking. I feel like I'm shaking. I'm going to come back through and look in my budget categories and see where everything went. You know, sinking funds will be one category. My cash envelopes, you know, I'll do those expenses over here, but where everything went. So then I can start to hone down. Okay, Kristi, you're spending way too damn much money on food, you fatty woman. You know, you need to not do that and go on a diet. No, I'm being harsh on myself, y'all, because I'm mad at myself right now. So, yeah. So that's kind of where I'm going for April. I don't expect to meet these goals. These are me wishing goals, but I like the way, like I stole a lot of this from the Budget Mom. I don't know if it's going to be too much tracking for me, but I don't think at this moment in time I can have too much tracking. So I stole from her. I stole the 10% off the top. I think Fun Cheaper Free did 30% off the top, so I sold the 10% off the top of her from her. I did my income paycheck by paycheck, and I don't remember who I stole this off of, but where she flipped it to where she did a little each paycheck to then, you know, she was going weekly with it. So if something really were bad to happen, then I could pay, at least I paid something. So, but that's my updated budget for April. And we're going to see how this goes. We're going to see where I spend my money on. And we're going to go from there. I'm kind of nervous about it, actually. And kind of hyped up to make as much money as I can. So we're going to see. But, yep. And then, oh, where I'm doing my, I know y'all have seen, I've had this and I pulled it out. Because, again, the Budget Mom has one. But she has a Filofax. But I had this and I pulled it out to use. This is like my Easter envelope. Oh my gosh. Sorry, it's not staying. My Easter envelope, then this is my Mother's Day for 25 bucks. This is Memorial Day for 25 bucks. July 4th, 150. This is Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas dinner, and New Year's Eve dinner. I have the 500 marked in here. Christmas 2000 for 9 people. Wedding fund, $1,500. And then my hurricane. Now, April Holly Smith sent me these. She made them. And I need to get a hole punch to put that in here because this whole thing will never leave my house. I might take an envelope or two if we go, but I'm not taking the whole thing out of my house ever, but I don't like that it's not secure. So I am using that for the bigger sinking funds and cash to leave in my house. I'm also going to use that hurricane fund if I don't use it as an emergency fund until I can then start filling everything else up. So yes, I know I need $1,000 first and foremost, but I also have hurricane season coming up June 1st. So I got to make sure I've got that at least in there, even though here in Florida, we don't ever seem to get hurricanes until September, but I still want to make sure I've got the money in there for that. So once that's filled, I'll have it, and then I might switch it to an emergency fund, then refill a hurricane fund before next June. So, all right. I'm sorry, again, this is bouncing all over. I don't know why I'm so shaky, but if you have any comments, please leave them down below. You can like, subscribe, comment. Social media is down below as well. And you all have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching. Bye.